Now let's turn our attention to federal politics. The Prime Minister to address the press club in an hour and 10 minutes. We'll be live there, and my colleague Tom Connell will be moderating that event and the Q&A afterwards with Prime Minister Albanese. Let's go live to the former Speaker of the House of Representatives and Liberal frontbencher Andrew Wallace. Andrew, great to see you. I know you've just done a bit of a road trip yourself through your electorate, visiting the various townships and communities of your seat. What did you pick up? Obviously, you held the seat. The vote held up pretty well. But did you get any sense of where the election might have gone wrong for the coalition more broadly, given Labor's ended up with 94 seats in the House of Reps?
Well, thanks, Kieran. I'm coming to you from magnificent Mooloolah, my hometown. Look, the views across my electorate are many and varied, but the whole purpose of getting around to 20 towns this week is really to get a better and a deeper understanding of where we went wrong. Clearly, we made a lot of mistakes during the campaign, and this is an opportunity to hear from locals in Fisher. And look, the answers are many. I think poor communication is a pretty consistent one that we need to work on. There are a lot of discussions around nuclear, a lot of people still for it, a lot of people still against it. So that'll be a lot of work that we'll need to do to rework that policy. But poor communication, and I think one of the main things that people are saying is they just didn't understand what our policies were. And what we did announce, we announced too late. One of the
issues is the demographic, sort of the inability to deal with the younger demographic, first of all. I know Labor believes that its HEX policy was very, very popular. Anecdotally, it was certainly raised with me by people during the campaign, not just kids, but we're hearing from MPs that parents as well reporting back that was a bit of a sleeper issue. Is it something, not specifically on the HEX question, but more broadly that the LNP needs to deal with, is getting in touch with those younger voters, Generation Z and the millennials?
Yeah, I was actually talking to a Greens voter this morning in Palmview, and we were talking about the dichotomy between male and female. And it's not, what I experienced personally in my electorate was, I had strong support, particularly from young men, but the opposite was true in relation to support from young women. And that's something that, I really need to pick apart. Why were the young men so supportive and the women not so? So it's not a blanket thing, Kieran. It's not, all young people were voting against the LNP. That is not correct.
OK, and the Prime Minister to deliver his address at the Press Club, it sounds like it's going to be as steady as she goes. He does not want to be seen to be overstepping his mandate, which, to be fair, is a fairly large mandate when you look at the numbers in the House.
Yeah, Kieran, look, it sort of feels like we're going back to the future here a little bit. I remember, the Prime Minister talking about how he wanted to oversee a kindler, gentler parliament. And, it was just business as usual, in the last parliament. So I'm not expecting any great revelations from the Prime Minister. As I get around my electorate, I'm still hearing people talking to me about the cost of living. I'm still hearing them talk to me about housing crisis that Australians are undergoing, and things like, he's talking about people falling through the cracks. Well, I can tell you one of the biggest number of phone calls I get from constituents is in relation to NDIS complaints from people who genuinely need the support of the NDIA and the NDIS, and they're basically being cast asunder. And these are people who are absolutely, genuinely in need. So, talk is cheap, and we'll be holding the Prime Minister to account.
Looks like a lovely day there in God's country on the Sunshine Coast. Thank you for your time, Andrew Wallace. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Kieran.
I'm jealous. It's freezing here. We'll talk to you soon.
Authorised by Andrew Wallace, LNP, Boccarina, Queensland.